Hi everyone, so I am going to discuss about SIPOC here, which is the last process of define phase, as we already completed the project charter and we already discussed about CAP, that is nothing but change acceleration process, and different tools to measure it, right? So for the SIPOC, so basically it completes high level as is process map. So process mapping is nothing but maintaining a process, that how it should work and how it should be, right? So SIPOC is the acronym for supplier, input, process, output, and customer. So supplier is the one who is taking care of the process. That can be a client or a management. Inputs would be the inputs they are giving in the process to initiate the Six Sigma methodology. It can be getting scanned documents, email system, staff confirmations, and these are the inputs in a process which we need, which the staff needs. Process is nothing but working on those documents, can be open, tag, reviews, update, changes. Output is something which we have to give the responses. For example, we have the Ethan, the manager of this IMF production, which we already discussed, and with whom we are taking the example of the Six Sigma methodology. And customer is definitely the client, that is the clients of IMF. So example of creating SIPOC is IMF. I'm taking the example here again. So start point is nothing but when a customer picks up the call, and end point is when an agent closes the call. So what would be the process here? Process would be picking up the call, research info, resolving query, and closing the call. What would be the output? Definitely output would be the resolved customer query. What would be the inputs? Call from the customer, account details, and customer query. What would be the customer? Customer, who is the customer? It's an account holder or end user. Definitely we are working with them, right, to resolve their problems. Another point it is coming as discussion of measure phase. So this still SIPOC we have already completed our define phase. So next we are coming up with discussion of measure phase. We have to measure it, and this is our DMAIC roadmap where we are working on measure now. Converting business problems into statistical problem, right? So whatever the statistical problem, we got the business problem, right? This is the business problem that we have the issue with calls. Now we get the data and work on the statistical problems and finding the outputs out of it, how the data needs to be collected, identify what to measure. This will be done in the measure phase. I'm talking about your effective and efficiency measure. So this is nothing but determining how well your process meets the requirements. Example, did I give the correct answer to the call? This is a qualitative measure. How well resources are executed to the process? Cost per transaction. This would be quantitative measure, right? So this is something which it includes. Another point it comes as cost of poor quality. Whatever the poor quality we are getting or we are delivering, what is the cost out of it? Cost leads to poor quality. Check cost per minute. I'm taking the example here as is example. AHT is 8 per minute, AHT is 6 per minute. So definitely with 8 per minute the cost would be high because the time would be more and it will leads to more what we can say cost. And if AHT is less, that is 6 per minute, then definitely it would be less. So what are the 8 wastes and what are the non-value adds and value adds? Well, I will be discussing that up with in our next video.